In Miami, the life of billionaire Aleks Karter shifted in an instant. On the highway, his sleek electric car was crushed by a runaway truck. Glass shattered, sparks lit the air, metal screamed, and then came silence and darkness. For weeks he lay unconscious, kept alive by machines. When he finally opened his eyes, doctors delivered the verdict. His spinal cord was severely damaged, and walking would never again be possible. The words struck harder than the collision itself. Only days before, Aleks had been running his construction empire, chasing tennis balls across the court, living at full speed. Now his world was reduced to a wheelchair and sterile walls. His wife, Jennifer, after 25 years of marriage, could not endure the weight of it all. Without anger or drama, she filed for divorce, leaving him only one priceless treasure, their young daughter, Lily. The oceanfront mansion grew hollow. Panoramic windows framed the restless sea, but inside, silence ruled, broken only by the hum of the elevator built for his chair. Aleks still commanded his corporation from a home office lit by endless screens filled with numbers and blueprints. Yet no fortune, no power, could fill the emptiness. Nannies came and went. Some clashed with Alex's temper. Others could not handle Lily's longing for her absent mother. Then one day, a new face arrived. Student nurse Emily Brown. Slight, with wide eyes and a quiet smile, she had come for a temporary job, but from the first day, she stood apart. Emily cared for Lily with genuine warmth, as if for a younger sister, and she treated Aleks not as a broken man, but as someone who still carried strength. She noticed what no one else did, that Aleks was slowly surrendering to despair. Emily refused to let that happen. Her own brother had rebuilt his life after an accident, learning to stand again when doctors had doubted him. She believed Aleks could fight too. At first, he dismissed her persistence, but little by little her determination broke through his apathy. Gentle stretches turned into demanding exercises, and through pain and trembling muscles, fragments of movement returned. Fingers obeyed again. For the first time, hope flickered. Days in the mansion began to change. Lily's laughter rang through the halls, her games pulling her father and Emily into moments of joy. What had once felt like an empty shell of a house started to resemble a home again. But the past refused to vanish. Jennifer returned, elegant, distant, accompanied by a polished lawyer. She demanded custody of Lily and a share of the empire, threatening courts and scandal. Aleks faced a brutal choice: surrender once more or fight for what mattered. Emily, unwilling to become the wedge in their war, decided to leave. She told him she would not be the reason for more destruction. It was only then that Aleks understood. Without her, he would lose not only strength, but meaning itself. At a grand press event in Miami, where investors expected announcements of skyscrapers and profits, he spoke of something entirely different. His voice trembled as he revealed that his second chance at life had not come from wealth or doctors, but from one young woman. "Her name is Emily Brown," he said. "She is my miracle, and I want her by my side forever." The declaration spread through every newspaper and newsfeed. That evening, when they returned home, Lily ran to Emily, wrapped her arms around her, and whispered a single word: "Mama." And in that moment, Aleks realized he had a family again. He had a future again.